Wikipedia as we know it is dying. Right now, Elon Musk is backing a project that could fundamentally change how you define reality. It's an AI-powered encyclopedia that doesn't use human editors. It uses a single, massive black box algorithm. But here's the terrifying part. If the machine rewrites history, how would you even know? Tech billionaire Elon Musk is backing an ambitious project, an AI-powered encyclopedia, often compared to Wikipedia, but with a crucial twist: instead of thousands of human volunteers writing and editing entries in the open. This new platform would rely on a single powerful model scanning vast oceans of data and generating articles on demand. On the surface, it sounds efficient, futuristic, even magical, a real-time knowledge engine that never sleeps, never tires, and can update itself in seconds. But beneath the sleek promise of instant answers lies a black box, and that is where the trouble begins. Traditional Wikipedia is messy, transparent, and deeply human. Every edit can be traced, every dispute is archived, every talk page is a record of argument and negotiation. Readers can see who changed what when they changed it, and often why. It is not perfect, but it is visible, and that visibility builds a kind of rough, democratic trust. An AI encyclopedia works differently. The model ingests news reports, research papers, social media posts, blogs, and countless other sources, then compresses them into a single, fluent narrative. However, the internal logic, the weighting of sources, the handling of bias, all of that happens behind the scenes, inside proprietary algorithms that the public cannot inspect. The result is a polished answer, but the reasoning is hidden, and so are the value judgments baked into that answer. That raises a hard question for democracies. Can citizens truly challenge a system they cannot see? When an AI encyclopedia writes about a war, a protest movement, a disputed election, or a controversial figure, whose perspective is it amplifying and whose is it erasing? If a government quietly pressures the company behind the system, or if powerful economic interests shape the training data, how would the public ever know? The danger is not just factual error. It is the slow, silent narrowing of what is considered reasonable to think. Supporters argue that artificial intelligence can reduce human error, filter out obvious propaganda, and synthesize complex topics far beyond the capacity of any single editor. They point out that human-run platforms already struggle with misinformation, harassment, and organized manipulation. In that light, an AI-first approach looks like an upgrade, an opportunity to build a cleaner, more consistent information environment. Yet even this optimism depends on trust in developers, trust in data pipelines, and trust that corporate incentives will align with the public interest. Critics counter that accountability must be non-negotiable when a system claims authority over knowledge. They argue that any AI encyclopedia should disclose its sources, clearly label uncertain facts, and allow users to see alternative interpretations, not just the single, smooth story a model finds most probable. They call for independent audits, public oversight, and legal safeguards to prevent quiet rewrites of history. In their view, if you cannot question the machine, you do not have information, you have doctrine. Around the world, this debate is colliding with real lives. Students may one day turn first to an AI encyclopedia for homework. Voters may rely on it to understand policy, and journalists may use it as a starting point for their reporting. In each case, subtle framing choices, the emphasis on one study over another, the omission of a dissenting voice, could tilt understanding in ways that are hard to detect, but easy to scale. The question is no longer whether artificial intelligence will shape how we learn about the world. That future has already arrived. The question is whether we, as citizens, educators, and lawmakers, will demand systems that can themselves be interrogated. An encyclopedia, whether written by humans or machines, is never just a database. It is a mirror of power, reflecting who gets to speak and who is spoken for. In the era of AI, defending the right to question our sources may be the most important knowledge we have left.